Now we'll come to the point of optimizing the code. We should do it. Okay. Now what is line number 77 and 80 here? These are the two kind of exception that I'm trying to catch. Nothing much, right? I'm trying to catch two exception. Very straightforward. Now I know that these two belongs to the try block only. So why I should writing it separately? Let me truncate that and write it in a single except block. There you see. Because it is very obvious that a system can throw only one error at a time. You cannot possibly get two error, not at all, 100%. Only one error. So what I'm telling, either if it is a zero division error or a type error, you get me the meaning of it. So now what happened? I'm just made it in a single set of a statement. Code better optimization. There you see. This is also a possible case scenario using the shortest way notation. Now, in above cases, what was the important stuff? Important thing, you have to always keep the default exception because you don't know what kind of error that may come. So as long as you know that exception, you can specify that at line number 87. If you don't know, it's better to have a default exception. Okay, look at this. Now I'm going to change this entire, visualization of this exception. Look at this. Except exception as EX. Straightforward. Here, neither a default statement nor the specific exception. I'm just giving every control to my default class. This is a default class, right? So I'm just surrendering my exception. I'm telling to my exception that, see, here I'm not going to mention any data type, any errors, any exception case. But you itself decide what kind of error that is occurring on my code and you itself give me the actual meaning of this. So this is the better optimized code. This is what you should use it. And if you can ask me, then why I was taking my whole lot of effort to explaining all those stuff. Of course, when you go for an interview, you may not expect what kind of a question that you people come across. So you should be always in a position to tackle anything. So whatever it discussed is also part of a program I see. Still people follow that. But my personal suggestion would be to follow this mechanism. So see here what happened? You can avoid specifying the errors and you can avoid having the default statement. So instead of having two different except block for a catching an error, you can have it shrink as a one. Okay, this is much better exception. This is what I told about try and the except block. Okay,